I stream daily, almost daily on twitch.tv/canister_mtg, so be sure to visit that if you would like to catch some of my live content. Hello Mr. Streamer, you're playing the same 75 that won the Modern Challenge 6 hours ago? Yes. Okay, this hand never actually wins, so let's mulligan it.
He's a phenomenal control player.
In a meeting, I have you muted. Can you do a heart with your hands?
I need your hand to finish it. Turn 1 Saga, it's mono black. I think I would rather play Saga on turn 2. It's kind of assuming that mono black is kind of a grindy matchup, but honestly, maybe it is not. But yes, this 75 won a Modern Challenge. Oh kurwa, March pitching Bowmasters, that's just incredible. This 75 did win the Modern Challenge 6 hours ago in the hands of Ardos, who I lent the deck to. So not even the 75, it's the specific cards that won the challenge, so. Gonna have Delirium now. Villainous on one card, can't even cast Necropotence. Makes discard spells dead. On the cost of not surveilling. Every game against mono black I respect the deck more. I think Will mulligan's pretty hard, down to 5 cards, so pretty unlucky. Guess like last 3 games against that deck they mulligan to 5. Nadu. Let's just say draw 10, bro. Why are you scooping? Oh yeah, we got 2 no rings. Because they suck. We got 4 Soul Spike in your deck, you had mulligan hard as well. Likely fair. Now with the extra mite we can trim a Shuko. Or another monster. Like wall is pretty bad, I think. Especially with no ring to ramp into. This is weak to Bowmasters. Unless you can combo it with something, so like that would be a reason to play a wall or 2 over that. Never trim a chord. I can trim a Shuko because they don't kill Shuko, that's in play. Aquatic. Earth Super does make sense. The lists I've been seeing mostly had 1 copy of Surgical or 2. So at that point it felt like a bit too little, but it's not out of the question. Especially if they actually play Necromantia. I summon Nadu. Ha, you run into my trap. I will cast Texig the Lurex 4 and extract your Nadus. Oh, kurva. No, instead I'll pitch Necro Dominance, okay. Suggests that another Necro Dominance is likely in villain's hand. No land. I think playing the Mite and passing is too weak. Can be punished by stuff like Baumeister. So instead I'll do this and this. They can only draw up to 5 cards with Necro, they can't cast stuff end of turn. How does Surgical Extraction work lore-wise? Well, it's like, look at the artwork, it's in all of those artworks it just extracts the skeleton from the body, just straight up. By some magical means. This just extracts the spine from this gentleman. This extracts the skeleton from the horse's carcass. Here again we have the skeleton flying away from this guy. Did I fetch? You can copy Mite. Chord for Billy? Wait, what? What does Chording for Billy do? It's attack for free. I don't need to kill the Necrodominance. If like I keep the fairy, then I don't need to kill the Necro. If villain casts a Soul Spike, then I will kill Necro. But first we pass so that they don't have a draw step. Villain only has 5 life points. Discard that Inquisition, Thoughtseize, Inquisition, Shouldered. Shouldered, kind of an interesting discard. I guess he knew about the Mite, so playing Shouldered is not as strong. Didn't discard any lands, so did he just not draw lands? Grief, okay. Well, if fetch land still wins, villain has 5 life, right? A regular land wins because it just lets me deal 5 damage. I don't know what your like game plan is, Pike, if you're just trying to combo off, but I do not. How many people have Grief Scan with Necron play? Probably some. So villain goes to 7, so now I'll kill the Necro. Combo? Well, I don't have a Shuko, right? So sure, we don't have Chord. I guess you said before. Makes sense. Thing is, we just are killing the villain. Ringster. Pact for questing beast GG. Honestly, not a bad idea. If they cast a Soul Spike, if he casts a Soul Spike, I will really quickly transform this into a Vexing Bubble. For sure it's gonna work. We could also transform Shifting Woodlands into the Fairy, but that's maybe not ideal. Maybe I was supposed to play Billy, I guess. Because I shouldn't be scared of a Toxic Deluge when villain is at 4 life. Bristly Bill is a spine sower, so he's really good against Surgical Extraction, which removes your spine. Where you may be supposed to turn the thing into a bubble in upkeep. I think that's roughly no upside, but I guess also no downside. Keep Bill. Even add a second bill. I have two billies in my two billies in my deck right now. One in the sideboard. I guess it got boarded in as a valuable member of society. Does it even work against every surgical artwork? I think so. I think every surgical artwork is spine related. Well, maybe not the horse one, maybe not the newest one. Spine, spine, spine. And this, you know, the horse has a spine for sure. Sorry, wish to flag. I like the horse's mouth. Ooh, I guess I would make such a face too if I were dead. Probably should have played Billy last turn. The newspaper frame is ugly. I find it funny, if a bit illegible. Are we marching? Yes. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so let's gain 8. Wait, hit my land. That's crazy. Maybe it's not crazy. But yeah, definitely should have summoned the bill last turn, would have had more. 3 more points of power right now. So Woodland will be at 3, not at 6. 4 mana. That's another cock ring. Just a cock ring. Ring, ring. 3 spells, ring, ring. More spells, ring. Indeed. I don't know, I don't like pacting. Let's play Billy Espinosa. Excuse me, Edu. I special summon, well, normal summon Nadu. Maybe I should get a Mite, kill the cock ring. Honestly, it's pretty hard. So I do have a second Mite, so maybe Chord for Mite, kill the cock ring. Still puts my opponent quite dead to my crew of monsters. You don't like Rumble. I played with Rumble, and I think I finally made up my mind on Rumble. It's just not good. Not a good card of Magic the Gatherings. But like, Birds is different. Birds is just the need for more 1-drops. That's what Birds is for. Last 2 wizards left in my deck. I replaced Rumble with Step Through. And Step Through is a sorcery for Woodland, so that just also works. Because you don't actually need to gain Delirium immediately, because you're not gonna activate Woodlands on turn 3. And cards will naturally end up in your graveyard. So a land and a creature are basically guaranteed throughout the course of the game, and then if you have a sorcery or two, a planeswalker, a Nantuko that's an enchantment, or a Mite that's an artifact, or Saga, you will just get there. So I think any sorcery works just as well as Step Through, as Malevolent Ramble. So like the milling aspect of Ramble is actually just mono downside because it just mills over your Outrider or Safekeeper a portion of the time. Is just almost mono downside. Okay, let's beat Mac Winsauce. Well, I'll beat and I move to 6. That's not a good sign, but 10 is good. Supply do tissues? No jak. Nie, to nie tissues. Let's play Edu Espinoza. No, Spell Snare. Can you win versus a ring with Finally? No. You have to kill the ring, draw your deck, and just pass on Modo. You can loop Boseiju once or twice if you are feeling brave. Let's play Shuko. And Surveil. Better against ring and counterspell. I saw you on my MTGO home screen. That's because I will be playing in the Super MTGO Master Seasons 2 Modern Horizons. O ja pierdolę. Event tonight. Theme Flares of MH3. No co mi znikasz, no? So tune in today for the stream of Official Daybreak. For an Official Daybreak stream at 10 p.m. Is Nadu ban again? Yeah. I brought adventurous decks. I don't know if it's just me, but getting spell snapped frustrates me immensely. Same. Always feels like, yeah, imagine if I hadn't played a 2-drop, but literally anything else would be so fucked, idiot. Raf. Okay. Need to surveil into a land. Preferably a Saga, I guess. No, I pizda now. I summon Nadu. Nadu? Well, Rude. Want to draw Sagas to draft that crazy? Yeah. I did say that. Can copy Nadu. I play Cockring. I cast 3 spells. And copy Nadu is actually real if he targets it with a removal, so I should keep the fetch up. If he casts Raf with X3, I'll just die. It does make legendary copies, but again, if villain targets Nadu with the intent of killing it, I can just make a new one. He draws a Wrath, I'll die. But clearly didn't have the Wrath last turn. Taps planes. That's a bad sign. Oj, no dobra, no. Wygrałeś. Oh, he has the ring on free. So technically I don't need to scoop. Maybe Dryad Arbor to attack him. If he doesn't draw another ring or flash, he's gonna die. Plays Arena of Glory. Red, white, flash. Okay, you win. Brutal force of negotiation on my card. Bob versus Wall. I think I like Bob to play Bob. I have Unclencher, of course. Let's go. What a card the Onion Ring is. Just play it and you draw cards. More or less JTMS, that's true. Not sure. Might be a bad idea. Who would win a box match between Sauron and Nadu? Like they would play in the arena direct and they would win a box if, like they would both be at 6 wins and they would win a box if they win. Boxing, as in fight. Sauron has no body, right? Punished. Sauron has 1 ring, okay. Destroy land. Okay. Bros, the Wrath is broken. Just you play it and it kills your everything. White. No, flash, that's good. Well, as long as I draw a colorful mana source. Chuja, dobiorę. Bros, the Saga is so not actually great. Spend 3 mana on endurance because I don't know if I'll ever have 3 mana and it's a good endurance. I iterate. I steam vents. I get spell snared. I should attack first. I re-equip for no real reason. Did I see the 3 card? Yeah, it looks giga silly. Armored Ego, classic McQueen sauce. That is good, he's gonna draw me a land. Q and Rift Sweeper for the next game. Oh no, step through, that's not really a card. Ah. Ja pierdolę. For sure he only plays one ego. Why would he play more? No, he just can't stop my beatdowns. They are protected. No nie, no kurwa, no Supreme Verdict, typie. Co to są za techy? What is this? Kill, destroy all creatures. Just like that. It's too much, man. Let's see what you do against my pair of mites. Rough. Let's not give up. Seeing that Nadu is going to hang around for now, is there a sideboard guide in the works? There is actually a sideboard guide for my list, a sideboard map available for my subscribers, so make sure to check it out. Wow, wall, zajebista kurwa ściana. So it's not only in the works, but also exists. Can still draw Nadu and win. Can I? I only had a Bowmaster to find. I think this game is a Billy game. I kill Billy. No dobra, no spierdalaj. Tego nie pokonam już nigdy. Ale McQueen sauce, maybe McQueen luck sauce would be a more well-suited name for this individual. Okay, let's destroy Tarkan MTG. Is my hand any good? I mean, I have so many Nadus, I'll draw one. We have a Boseiju who endures. We have a Waterlogged Grove, which will most likely turn into a Nadu. Do you ever cycle your Waterlogged Grove or Horizon Canopy or one of those lands on turn 3 and you draw another land and you feel giga scammed? Just robbed out of your value? Because I do routinely. Grief scam me, bro. Okay, so it's just Esper Gorayo. Bristly. Not playing around Awaken the Sleeper. I am in fact not playing around it. Should I? Mite, which is virtually a blank. It was a negation, but doesn't seem worth playing around it. Canister wins. Holy shit, the Nadu deck is indeed extremely strong. They print a new, much worse BTE. In that case, I will not even look. Doesn't seem worthwhile. I think I don't like Pact against Solitude. Flame Vessel Gecko. Bro, I clicked the link and literally asked me to download it, so it's a virus. Gecko del Deposito Despacito. Your opponent lost life, destroy and add mana. Holy shit. Doesn't work well with banning 3 emissary though, you can spend the mana on it. Watch out for endurance, vexing bubble synergy. Saw someone countering their own enduro yesterday. Yeah, you have to be careful about that. Addicted to winning or a real enjoyer? I'm not even winning that much, so I do just kind of like what the deck is doing, so. Will villain summon the super frog? Nope, just a Falaccio archaeologist. Bros, if I Milk Grizzlebrand. Still, if Gurayo ever finds a way to skip Falaccio archaeologist, that deck is gonna be unstoppable. Oh, sugar. I guess I can't play Shifting Woodland untapped. Because no forest. I want to try fetch. That seems okay if my dog dies. Fetch seems okay with Billy, okay with Tefari. If I get discarded, it's okay. If they reanimate Grizzlebrand, I'm fine. Like, I die anyways. Oh, I cast Gorayo on Grizzlebrand. No Gorayo on Grizzlebrand. What do they get with Falaccio? Wrath of the Skies. Well, that's good to know about, honestly. Let's summon Nadu. Then fetch land with Billy. Put a counter on Billy. Trigger. Ephemerate the Archaeologist. That's a crazy move. They hit Surgical Extraction, Prismatic Ending, and Goraya's Vengeance. Really makes you think why they wouldn't do that sorcery speed. Old Warring on Bob. Summon Mana Birds. That's a crazy thing to put on a card. So are we reanimating Grizzlebrand, drawing 14? Maybe just 7. Looking for a solid dude. Not the worst position to be in, even if they'll have 19 cards, 20 cards in hand. Well, less, have to pitch Solitude. Nice on the land. Halfling. Breeding pool. Target Billy for the second time. Hit fetch land, so we win because I attack with Billy. I played the fairy attack with Billy, so like the villain is assaulted. Or subtlety, I guess, or anything. Well, no, because there's a Grizzlebrand in the way, actually. It's a bit of a problem, too. I just realized. Okay, so Nadu is dying now. You do 5 mana and step through the 2 blockers. I don't really have an option to do that. Chord. Anything funny I can find? I think it's just a fairy. I'll likely get encountered on it with Sab or the other one. Yeah. Okay, so passing now. Villain has 1 life. Point. Well, I do have 7 cards in hand and 5 lands, so still a pretty good exchange, and you know, I think it was pretty good showing for Bristly Bill. This game was really effective, right? Hopefully they won't mill an Atraxa, and villain just mills Atraxa and Gurayo's Vengeance, so tough luck.
He's a phenomenal control player.
Wow, very well played. Really interesting strat to board in surgical extractions with your solitudes as your removal, but you do you, villain. Chooses Marsh Flats, Prismatic Ending, Solitude, and Surgical. No ephemerating at least, so step through has been any good for you? Yeah. Okay, ephemerating. Step through is just finds Nadu. It has been capable of finding Nadu, so that's been pretty good. Also lets me keep a denser amount of tutors when I board out Pact, which I want to do. Kurwa, no 18 karma na ręku, jebany. In paper, I assume Nadu would have a better Gorayo matchup thanks to Endurance Loops being the main win con. Well, technically it would have a better matchup, because if you like assume that the win con card is not necessary, then removing it makes your deck better, but it's the same in the Gorayo matchup as in every other, unless you would play more endurances, but you wouldn't for the most part. Kurwa no, jaki ten Gorayo deck jest pojebany, dobierasz 100 kart z Grizzlebranda i masz wyjebane, tylko wypierdalasz te elementale za darmo, jeden po drugim. No, 3. Griff. Daj 4. Griffa jeszcze. Co tam się będziesz ograniczać? Wypierdol mi całą rękę, wypierdol mi dupę, stwory. Nic nie będę mieć. FX Bear, thank you for almost 2 years of subbing with Prime. No gdzie jest 4? No dawaj 4 w frajerze. They run 2 endurances during PT. I wanna try that. Who's they? I think most lists were on 1 endurance. Probably the Rumble list was on 2, but you don't need 2 endurance for the Endurance Loops combo. So like, yeah, you would have a better, you'd be better at stopping graveyards if you had more graveyard hate. I guess that part of your statement is undoubtedly true. Do I have the list I would use in paper somewhere? I probably would just play with the same list, even if it's like minimally slightly suboptimal in some ways. I don't think it makes a big enough difference, and I'm just so used to this one, so I guess maybe that's not the answer you wanted, but that's is my answer. Villain is on Surgical. Should we Rift Sweep? I think, well, we had discard spells. Hello, Yellow Hat, how you doing? Let's cut a wall for a Rift Sweeper. After all, I do have it in my sideboard. The double endurance list, I think, was mostly concerned about milling their own things with like gówno. A ja pierdolę. So the Pro Tour double endurance lists were just concerned with milling their own stuff with Malvolent Rumbles. I don't play Malvolent Rumble, and after hard testing it for months, I can safely say that I do not recommend playing the card Malvolent Rumble, as it is just not a very good Magic the Gathering card. Let's go Lush Portico. Oh, that's Nadu, but I think I'm interested in lands more so. Sure, I can also treat it as safety if one gets exiled. That doesn't really happen, and like you, like as a safety, like let's say you're up against a, like yeah, I guess if you have one piece of mind it does help a bit, but in practice I think you can very well do without it, as evidenced by the PT lists. Notably, Finale of Devastation also works as a safety net. But it would have to get exiled specifically. That was kind of more of an issue in MH2 Modern, because Duffy Voidwalker was a played card, and now Duffy Voidwalker is not a played card, so random decks will not put the Leyline of the Void effect on you through just normal gameplay. No, Falagi, wypierdol, Griselbrand, Atraxa. No gdzie jest Gorajo? No pewnie w ręce już. It's kind of low opportunity cost to have 2, as it's an excellent card anyway. Well, so like if you think that it is an excellent card, then yes, but I do not think it is an excellent card. In fact, I think oftentimes my losses can be traced back to having drawn an endurance and suffering for that. It's an excellent card against Gorayo, yeah. Actually, probably not even true. It's just a card against Gorayo. Not really an excellent one. I want villain to cast Gorayo on Atraxa now, and then I endurance and Chord for Nadu. Weź spierdalaj, no. Śmieciu. So if they have Gorayo, so I am fucked. I can't do anything and I will die. Because Enduro is in my hand. If I let Grief take it, then I have no endurance and they can reanimate Atraxa. So it might still be a best course of action to evoke. No more Jailer in the sideboard. I don't even think Jailer is particularly good against them. Would be good in this spot because I wouldn't have drawn it and it would still be effective. No wiadomo, sra animacja w odpowiedzi, w odpowiedzi. Kurwa. Dobiorę 100. Oj, Fetal Push, żebym jeszcze nie mógł się skordować. I liked playing Soul Guide Lantern instead of Jailer, TBH. Well, I do have a Soul Guide. It's not great either. Nile Spellom would be so much better, and I guess I can't support it. Just Martial Arts, Grief and Fatal Push. No w piździe jestem, no nic nie da zrobić. But yeah, Endurance is not even particularly great against Gorayo. And I guess this game kind of showcases why. I'm getting rid of my Delirium, probably a mistake. Like, if you're holding Endurance, I just go discard spell before Gorayo and... And you're done. With Soul Guide, they can cast Removal Spell and then Gorayo and respawn still, but... It doesn't cost you pitching or holding up 3 mana. So the opportunity cost is much lower. Wow, push tego? Co to za play? Pierdolę to. What they grab with the Pesatraxa, Martial Arts, Grief and Fatal Push, so I'll have no hand. So I guess I'll just, assuming villain has nothing, I'll just draw a Shuko and I win. That's the Grief they drew. Yeah, I tell him D.D. Shuko. Almost. I guess shuffling my graveyard was just a mistake, because I would have had 4 mana and Outrider in my graveyard to draw 6. I messed up. They only have 4 cards though, so it's not like the worst situation ever. No monster in the graveyard, so... But yeah, just was so bad to target myself with the Endurance, should not have targeted that. Cool. Don't even have blue mana now, somehow. Okay, I guess I deserve to draw a ring now, right? Right. Right. I deserve a Stinky Teferi that I can't cast because somehow there is no blue mana available. Sad. Ephemerate, Atraxa. Maybe Teferi can lock the Ephemerate if I draw a mana for him. Well, I think I would have won if I just kept my graveyards. Oh, holy shit. Now I get to look 6 for under Gorayo. 9. Fawn. Surhikal. Cool. No dobra, wygrałeś. Pretty rough mistake though. Always have 7 from each color pair, and how many cards? That's just a crazy amount, that's so much. Sounds like way too much to me. Do I have that specific Jace in the cube? I do, yeah. I failed to sell it off, so I now have 2 Jaces. Like that. 550. I ain't sure, but like that's also a lie. If you put Monomorphose as a Gruul card, that's not really a Gruul card. Neither is... What is this? Neither is Lurus or well, or them. Like hybrid cards are actually the opposite of rainbow cards in drafting, right? Is the ritual scary? Let's say it is when the villain has one card in hand. -1 counter. Seems better to play Bristly Belly than Nadu actually after thinking that through. Forgot to equip. No, actually I would rather have a 2-power creature that might be a 3/3. So that I do not trigger Marionette Apprentice in some very specific circumstances. My opponent attacks and I block. Oh kurwa, greased. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Well, that worked out much better than playing out a Nadu left into Greased. Holy shit, that's some wise words, Bellanna. Unfortunately, I fetched Temple Garden, so I can't play the Outrider now. It's kind of a shame. 3-minute timer requested by Ultimate Price. Okay, we're listening to it. Sylvan Safekeeper. I would rather pass with Boseiju. That was my fault, at least. Well, that's some minimal interaction. Is Yogg doing good in the format? No, I don't think so. It's not doing much, I think. Just in general. Opponent is birthing a ritual. Could play Boseiju with wall and have Safekeeper, right? Oh yeah, that's true. Good point. Is it good birthing ritual? It seems clunky. Well, let's see. Only this birthing. Birthing so hard. Prosperous innkeeper. Around the world, around the world. Around the world, but it's bad quality. This is, wow, very retro. It's kind of awkward that you don't have free drops in the birthing ritual deck, so that you can't find Yawgmoth with your birthing ritual, right? Largely. They make you land drop, yeah. Should I kill it now? Unpopular opinion, I really enjoy playing Nadu. I do too. Let's resolve that, whatever. Guess I made sure to have this member up, but 3 mana land Bogart. Makes sense. Young Wolfster. Young Sir Wolfenstein. Bro, same, don't worry. Let's just remember the Goif. By Goif I mean Jugmot. Geralt's Messenger, I barely knew her. Where they have green mana from? Was it a treasure? Sneaky treasure, didn't notice it. Can endurance the wolf. Seems pretty bad. If I don't endurance next turn I play Nadu with Pact. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Targeting the Nadu there was a bold move by Op. I think it was a reasonable move. Villain is gonna have 6 cards, 3 lands. Well, Nadu doesn't live. In fact, Nadu dies, so. Okay, was an okay draw. Around the world, around the world. Villain now pows me with Force of Despair. Despair? I barely... That's it. Maybe Bowmasters in response to Nadu. Target Safekeeper. A Cursed Marauder. Oh, kurka. What happens if I just untap? Then I have to pay for a pact. Pretty big gamble. If I want to protect Safekeeper, I need to hit a land and top one card. Alright. This really messed up everything. The Marauder. Should I have maybe Upkeep, Corded? They likely still have Bowmaster. And it doesn't change anything, but they drew them in the doorstep, it did. Let's keep the land in hand for if I want to pact for Billy next turn. Seems like we are jogmotting. Or not even that. Gristing. Kind of wild. Kind of wild. And we still get to birth a monster. Witness. I think Sound Respect would be much better if you would never have to pay the cost. As is, it's pretty rough at times. Gets back a Chord of Calling. I mean, I could Endurance that, doesn't sound good. What would be good would be drawing a Shuko right now. Outrider, or I think even a Chord, right? Sure. Do you ever feel okay, we have Endurance. That's about it. We have a pack to pay. 4. They have lots of stuff. They have a Chord or Jogmot, which would draw me new cards. Onion Nightmare. Well, that's good for me if they play into it. They just try to reanimate something weak to get an Innkeeper. So right now Villain needs a land to Yawgmoth. They can call for Yawgmoth if I just let them get Innkeeper. So I'll cast Endurance now. Yeah, the games were pretty much more convoluted than one would think. So they can court for Yawgmoth, but it requires them to sacrifice 5 monsters and they only have 3. Wow, milled over a Yawgmoth for the Nightmare. to get a Yogmoth for cheap. Rough. Does this singer sound to me like Stahurski as well? I guess a bit, yeah. Now that you mention it. Now that you mentioned it, I can hear it. Just gets Yawgmoth and passes. And now Berfs. They got a Halfling from a token. Can Chord for free. I'm still missing a Shuko. No, až toho umarłem chyba. X2, so is that just Apprentice again? Okay, just Thonian Messenger. Geralt's Passenger. Crazy card. Well, seems pretty hard to activate. Maybe Soul Guide sounds too bad though. Why do I punish talking about MTG ban list with a ban? It's because I'm more interested in discerning what's good to play in the present rather than endlessly thinking of the future land. And it gets pretty overwhelming in the chat if you just let people ban talk, then everyone feels that they need to share their opinion and tell you that card X is strong and card Y is okay. And I really don't care about that. I really don't care for that. So as a rule, it is limited. Upon place a bowman into my safekeeper. Ouch. I think I just want to play Billy this turn anyways, because my Nadu next turn is not particularly good. Full egg. Biorhythm being banned in Commander is pretty funny. Like, they have some random cards in there, but it's just a meme format, so it has a meme ban list. Seems fitting to me. Full egg. What if I go Safekeeper, land, put a counter on Safekeeper, play Nadu? Seems hard to get around for the villain. Chthonian Nightmare. Chthonian Nightmare is a pretty fun card. Why play Safekeeper before Nadu? It's because my land was an island, so if I play Nadu, then I can't play Safekeeper. I understand that I missed out on a Bristly build trigger this way, but I think I would prefer to have Safekeeper in play than do that. Crazy to me that they keep Nightmare Postport against Nadu. Think so. Maybe it's not the best, yeah. Oh, look, Shuko. Well, there's a sack outlet for their things. But it does indeed not seem like the best card in the matchup. I don't kill their monsters much. I say as I literally draw this member in the same very moment. Canister wins the match. So I went 2-2. I lost to the extremely hateful Giga Cringe Mark Windsauce list, and I got outscaled by Tarkan Mag, where I played pretty badly. So this could have been a 3-1. I don't think it could have been a 4-0.